getmybabymoney.com.
Get my baby money. Get your money, baby, get your money, money. Get my baby money.
Welcome back to Child Support Court Vodcast with Judge Harry Bowden. I was doing some, what do they call it? Surfing? Do they call it surfing? I was listening to the internet at some updated issues, and I found one of particular interest to me, and I'd like to share a little bit about it because it goes back into what we as parents are doing with our children. Let's roll it.
When I first got together with Shaniqua, neither of us had much. We were both living in what we perceived to be the bottom. Our goals didn't extend much past having a decent place to stay and fresh clothes to wear. Then my situation changed and I suddenly had resources at my disposal. A lot of resources. And I wanted to share them with Shaniqua. We weren't together anymore, but she was the mother of my son. She was with me before the fame, and I acknowledged and respected that. She saw me rise, and I wanted to help her find her own success. With that in mind, I would ask her, what do you want to do with your life? Did she want to go to school? Did she want to learn interior design? Fashion? I kept asking her to identify the occupation that would provide her with some kind of purpose that could provide both wealth and personal satisfaction. Not only would this be good for her personally, but I also wanted our son to be raised by someone who had a career of her own. But no matter how many times I asked, Shaniqua never had an answer for me.
Wait a minute. This is perfectly reasonable. And it comes back to what we address as raising the child, the holistic raising the child. Let's listen to it a little bit more.
I'd bring up different possibilities and scenarios, but there was never a connection. It was incredibly frustrating. I didn't like sending a check every month to someone who didn't seem to have any interest in working. She might as well have been on welfare back in the hood. The only difference here was she was getting a bigger check from me than she would have from Uncle Sam.
Okay. Okay. I agree, but I'm going to disagree just a little bit. You may not have liked sending a check to her, but you were sending the check to her for the child. And it was based upon your income. See, now we get into a gray area, ladies and gentlemen, because the courts look objectively, very objectively. What is it that you can do? What standard is being determined? Standard of living is being determined by the amount of money you make. And the comment is, I didn't want to send a check to somebody who did not want to work. Think about that while we hear from our sponsor. We'll be right back on Child Support Court, the Vodcast. You come back now. Getting married has been made easier. Don't wait. If you are in love, get your wedding ceremony performed virtually or in person at one of our many locations. Get your nuptials in no time. Now you have a friend in the wedding business. Go to streamingvows.com today. Welcome back to Child Support Court, the Vodcast with Judge Harry Bowden. Well, let's divide that. First of all, you're sending it to her based upon an order by the court determining how much child support should be paid because of your income, not her income. So it's a little bit different there. I understand. Did you have a relationship with her? Were you all still, did you still have a relationship? Because if you did not, then the point is what she does with the money is to care for that child. And it doesn't matter what it is she did or didn't want to do. Y'all ain't married. Let's listen a little bit more.
It finally came to a head one day while I was visiting her and Marquise for one weekend. So what do you want to do? I asked her once again. She looked at me, rolled her eyes, and said, ain't nobody working if they don't have to. Oh shit, I sputtered. I suspected people thought that way, but no one had been ill enough to actually say it out loud in front of me. You already did it, she said firmly. So why should I have to do it too? I'm good.
And okay, let's look at the ability to provide for a child. Now, I'm not sure how, I think that, I just don't get it. If you're making $1 million and you can provide for that child where that child's mother is happy and does not have to work, it really ain't none of your business. Ladies and gentlemen, enough for today. Thank you for joining Child Support Court, the Vodcast with Judge Bowden. We'll be back to finish this off next time.